Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 28th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Saturday out there so far, but it's a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Alrighty, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the system here. We have our new tropical cyclone number 2, which looks to become Tropical Storm Barry in the southern Gulf, and then move into the bay, to the west, to the east coast of Mexico. So we'll talk about that toward the end of the video. We'll probably take a sneak peek at this system here. This system here looks like it's trying to get its act together as well. We got more activity across Central America, and this system here needs to be monitored too in the eastern Caribbean Sea. This system here looks like it's trying to develop into something. We're going to have to monitor that. Scattered activity of South America. Got a lot of activity from Central America back toward the Hawaii chain island through Mexico. Also a lot of activity across Missouri to Arkansas to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, northern Gulf, all the way up into the mid-Atlantic region, a little bit up here around Nova Scotia, and a little bit out toward the eastern Bahamas, also towards North and South Dakota, Wyoming, and also Montana through New Mexico and West Texas. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some shower activity up here around northern Maine, portion of northern New Hampshire. We got thunderstorms and showers up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, also up here around Michigan region to Wisconsin, to Minnesota, to South Dakota, Wyoming, portion of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, to Texas. Also down into the northern Central Gulf, to Texas, to Florida, Florida Keys, to the Carolinas, up toward D.C., Delaware, D.C., Maryland, also into portions of Indiana, Illinois region, and Tennessee regions as well. And there is Tropical Cyclone number 2 right there making Mexico coast. Alright, we got some severe weather from Missouri to portion of Nebraska to Arkansas. Nebraska, up into portion of Iowa and also Minnesota and northern Michigan, and otherwise expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, here's your Monday forecast. You can see we got some thunderstorms and showers for Oregon to northern California, over here from Wyoming to Colorado to West Texas, through New Mexico to East Texas, Louisiana, to northern Central Gulf, to the Florida Keys, to Georgia, to Carolinas, to D.C., to Maine, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, around Michigan, also down toward Wisconsin, also toward Kentucky and Tennessee and Missouri and Arkansas regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map, your location across the nation. As you can see, it's not that much on the board today. You can see there's a tropical storm warning for eastern Mexico. We've got sets of heat warnings in effect for southern portion of California, southern Arizona, one county to the north. Red flag warnings up here in portion of Wyoming. We've got special weather statement for you guys in northern California, and also heat advisory for portion of Idaho or northern Oregon and much of Washington State. Can't get it out there. We've got wind advisory reports in Montana. Got some severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings in northern Minnesota. And also we got there severe thunderstorm warnings also ongoing, and watches for, like I say, much of portion of northwest Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota with tornadoes and thunderstorm warnings there as well. We also got a few severe thunderstorm watches over here in portions of Pennsylvania region as well. Heat advisory along coastal area around Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware area, and you've got pockets of severe thunderstorm warnings across the board as well. You got pockets of severe, even got flash flood warnings popping up across portions of New Mexico to Missouri to Oklahoma to Iowa, and also portions of Pennsylvania region. Got flood advisory for North Carolina, portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, western Tennessee, Alabama. You've got the river flood warning still continue for Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, and East Texas. And we got the small craft advisory, gale warning from northern California to Washington State, southern Hawaii and Chain Island to the north look good, and a little bit around the Alaska region as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. You can see we got a marginal risk up here from Roanoke to Washington D.C. area, then again from Liberal to Garden City, all the way up toward Milwaukee, toward Rapid City and Casper, Wyoming. Slight risk from Kansas not Texas, but we got Kansas, and also into Puerto Rico, Omaha, Del Monte, La Crosse, also to Green Bay region as well. General thunderstorm from up here from Michigan to Florida to Texas to New Mexico, portion of California to Wyoming, also portion of Dakota and Minnesota. The tornado probability is going to look like this: 2% all areas. That's less than that. Damaging winds going to look like this: 5 and 15%. Large hail is going to look like this, pretty much just 5% from Wyoming up to northern Michigan and Wisconsin regions as well. Alright, let's take day number 3. Should be coming up here in a minute. Alright, we got general thunderstorm from Northern California to Oregon State to Texas to Wyoming to Minnesota to Louisiana, Southern Texas to the Florida Keys, the Carolinas, all the way up to Maine. We got a few pockets of marginal risk up here in portion of Wisconsin, from Missouri, I'm going to say Jefferson City to Detroit, all the way over towards Louisville and Evansville, Indiana, and then from Roanoke, Virginia to Baltimore and Washington, D.C. area, and portion just west of Philadelphia. Alrighty, let's take a look at the probability. 5% respectively. Would not be surprised to see a slight risk could be added to this later forecast. Alright, now here's the main topic. Let's take a look at the tropics. Here is tropical depression number 2, and we're going to show you the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. This was at 4 p.m. It was located near latitude 19.3 north, longitude 94.2 west, maximum sustained winds near 30 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour, classified as a tropical depression with winds at 39 miles per hour. Looks to be a tropical storm at 1 p.m. Sunday and 1 a.m. Monday, making landfall in Mexico, and then 1 p.m. Monday, kind of dying out over portions of Mexico. Alright, now let's see if we can get to that system here in the Eastern Pacific. Here, we're going to take a look at that one. I think I said Eastern Pacific, but it's probably Eastern Pacific. Getting tongue-tied. Can't get it out there, folks. Always something. But anyway, let's take a look at the Eastern Pacific real quick, and then we'll wrap up the video. But there is tropical depression number 2 down in the southern Gulf. Alright, now let's take a look at the let's take a look at the Eastern Pacific. This storm here has a 80 and 90% chance of development over the next 2 to 7 days. So get ready, folks. We'll have more. I'll keep you up to date. This system here should become a tropical cyclone in the next day or 2. So would not be surprised to see the next system in the Eastern Pacific and ride the western Mexican coast. So, alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. Make sure you subscribe. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.